Hey, and welcome to another Pokemon Go. Today looking at more Master League battles. So with my new, semi-new team, so I got Giratina out front, followed by Dialga, and then I've got Snorlax in the back as well. So Snorlax is swapped in from Metagross. So my Snorlax is running the normal type and a ground type move. So I've chosen to run Earthquake over Superpower, just because then it has a little bit better play against Giratina's, which is what you sort of want to match it against, because obviously it's with its fast move Lick, it will lick them down pretty quick, but most people are now running Giratinas with Dragon Pulse because Ominous Wind has been nerfed a bit. So, and also lots of people were starting to run normal type Pokemon, and basically lots of people were trying to run Snorlax as a hard wall for Giratina. So if Giratina doesn't have Dragon Pulse, it's pretty much game over once if you get that switch locked in against a Snorlax. There's not much coming back from that, so that's why I'm running my Snorlax with the ground type move. Also, it doesn't debuff when you use it. It does take a long time to charge though. That's the only downside of it, so I'm still thinking about it, but we'll see. So I'll jump into the first battle and see who I get. So 26-37, so that's a reasonable score there, so a little bit higher than me, and we'll see how we go. So let's see I'm just hoping not for a Dialga lead, and it's not. So Rhyperior is probably, let's see if that swaps out. So it's going to go straight up Rock Wreckers, which is fine. So I'm going to go straight up Shadow Ball to combat that, and we'll see if it shields or if it lets this one go through. I'm hoping it lets it all, so it has blocked it, so I should have used my Ominous Wind there, but that's fine. So Rock Wrecker's going to do a lot of damage, so I will shield that. So I might as well match shields here. And then we'll go from there. So we'll see what they do. So I'm going to throw another Ominous Wind. I might as well. We'll see if they shield the second one. They may not. Let's have a look. Oh, so they've shielded the second one too. So it looks like we're both going to go down to shields, which is fine. So I'm going to shield this one up as well. I want to try and win the switch advantage. So I'm going to overcharge. Oh, so that's interesting. So I'm going to swap into my Dialga here. So this is going to be an interesting one, just because if they have got superpower, I could be in trouble. Oh, so that's interesting. So I may have been just too slow there. Let's see what they've got. I hope it's not Earthquake. So it is superpower, which is fine. So I've got in there and got Draco Meteor, and that should take this out, which is absolutely no problem whatsoever. So that's that done. Attack harshly fell, which isn't ideal, but absolutely fine. So they're going to bring in, bring in Rhyperior to fast move farm it down. So I'm just thinking, so I'm going to bring in my Snorlax because it's going to, oh no, so it didn't. I was expecting it to throw its charge move straight away. So Rock Wreck is still going to do a fair bit of damage. Let's see how much damage Rock Wrecker does. So so that is massive amounts of damage there, but that's fine. So I'm going to pull the trigger here. I don't want it to get to a charge move before me because that would be not great for me. So that's that down. Let's see what have we got in the back. So this is game over. So I'll come out with my... let's just throw this down. So I'll come out with my Giratina, and I'm going to go straight up Shadow Ball here, because they probably will have... Let's see what they've got. And that's job done. So that worked out all right there for me. So interesting line there, but I can see how that would work coming out against the current meta. So being Dialga and Registeel. Melmetal are two big ones, so they sort of work really well against those. And then obviously the Snorlax for those Giratinas as well. So that would have, had they got that switch locked in against mine, would have been absolutely perfect for them. Wasn't to be. So happy days. That's game 1 done. So I'll throw in straight to that same team, and we'll see what we come up against. So it does seem to be, since I've got up a little bit into rank 9, it does seem to be taking a little bit longer to get battles. So I've got one here. So let's see what we have. So this is not good for me. So I'll swap in with my Snorlax here. Just because they'll probably think I'm going to superpower them here. So I'm just thinking I'm going to let this go. It's going to be an Iron Head. It's going to do a reasonable amount of damage. But let's just see what they do here. So this should draw a shield because they'll be worried about the superpower, and they'll think that's the reason I'm bringing this in. Oh, wow. So that is a huge call. So that's... I'm just going to throw another one then. So this is potentially not looking good for me. Let's see what they do this time. Oh, wow. So they're no-shielding this like an absolute boss. Let's hope I can get to one more. So that's a really good play on their part. So let's see how I come back from this. So I'm going to have to bring... Oh, so they've shielded that one. That's interesting. So I'm going to have to bring in my Dialga. They're probably going... Well, they're not probably. They're definitely going to Media Mash Draco Media this one. 100% Draco Media has to be. They won't... Oh, wow. Okay, so... I'm not calling anything right, as it seems. They must only have one charge move on it, which is interesting. So I'm going to switch this out. They'll probably switch out as well, and I'm hoping they don't have a Snorlax in the back, which they don't, which is good. So I'm going to throw my Ominous Wind here. I'm going to shield whatever they throw at me first as well. Let's see what we've got. So I've shielded that, which is fine. So I have to shield this because let's see what it is. So it's Ominous Wind baited as well, so that's fine. So I think I'm going to go straight up Shadow Ball. So it'd be interesting to see whether they Shadow Ball or not, because what I would like to do here is, oh yes, that's very nice. So what I would have liked to do is get to a little bit more energy there, but that's fine. So they're going to Rock Slide me a couple of times. Oh, and let's hope I can get to a... Oh, so this Rock Slide's going to go close, but I don't think it should take me out at this range. It's going to go real close. Let's see what it does. Oh, so that's really disappointing. So now I've got a Draco Meteor this. And so I think that might have been a little bit early, to be honest. I should have let them superpower me once before I Draco Meteored, because that's going to get it really close, but I should be able to fast move farm that down, which I can, which is absolutely perfect. So against the Melmetal there, I really should have used the Ominous Wind, because I would have got that off. I think it was just one move short, because the charge move for Shadow Ball did pop up there, but it was in the middle of, obviously, their attack, so I didn't quite have enough. So had I gone the Ominous Wind there, would have got the little bit of damage, but it was a close call, so I managed to get the win in the end. So happy days. So I'll jump into the next one, and we'll see how we go. So that one was a lot quicker there, finding that match, which is good, and means that I can, well, let's see what we've got. So what's up front? Oh, so this is not a good matchup for me, so I'm going to swap straight into my Snorlax. So let's hope we can get this out there. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. So they have switched because they think it's going to have the So I'm going to charge this up, and I'm going to throw this Body Slam, because they'll be running the same move as me. So they'll be looking to... Let's see what they do. Oh, so they've not shielded, so that's really good on their part. Let's see. So I'm just thinking what I do. I'm going to let this go. Oh, and they've Rock Slide baited me as well, so that's absolutely perfect. So let's see. So this one, I'm going to shield this one up, and I think, yeah, so it is the superpower, which is fine. Let's see what they do here. I'm really hoping for a no shield. They probably will shield this one, so I probably should have thrown... They have shielded, so that's... so I should have definitely thrown the... frustrating. But, I mean, that's what it is. It's all about. So they're going to superpower that as well. I'm going to let it go here. Oh, so they've swapped out. How have they managed to do that when I couldn't? So that's really interesting. I'll have to go back and check. So I'm going to shield this up, because I think it might be the Draco Meteor. No, just the Iron Head, so that's really bad for me. But that's absolutely fine. So I'll charge this up, and then Iron Head. So they'll have to either... well, shield this up, or they'll lose this match, and they have shielded this one up. So it'll be interesting to see whether they can get to the Iron Head. I really hope they can't, and they can. So this is looking really, really precarious for me. So I've got no shield. Oh, and they've Draco Meteored. That's interesting. So I'll get a few fast moves off here, and let's see what they've got in the back. So I know they've got a Metal, which will be susceptible. But the question is, what else do they have? So, so they've gone for a bit of a bait switch there, and trying to get me to throw my Shadow Ball. So I really need to be at a Shadow Ball, probably 2, to be honest. To have any sort of chance. So I'm going to overfarm this like mad, which is going to put me in really close range to have this taken out. But it's what I have to do, because I may not... one Shadow Ball may not be enough. So let's see what happens. So this is going to be really close, and potentially not ideal, because one fast move may take me out here, which is not ideal. Let's see if I can get to the next charge move. So very close, and I've got to my Ominous Wind as well. So let's see if this is enough to take the game. Oh, and it is. So that's really, really close, and I'm really happy with that win. So absolutely fantastic. Had to fast move farm down that Registeel. Why do I keep saying Registeel? The Melmetal, and managed to pull it off there, which is really fortunate. So very, very happy with that one. So I'll jump straight into the next battle here. Let's see what we get. So another quick game there, which is good. So it seems to be okay at the moment, actually. So this is a terrible lead for me. So what I'm going to do is swap into my own Snorlax to make them think that I've got superpower myself. And that's an interesting move. So I'm going to charge this up. I'm going to throw the Body Slam. Let's see what they do. So I'm really hoping to draw a shield here. If I can draw a shield here, I'm sitting in a really good position. And I have, so that's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to charge this up a bit more. I will shield this, you know. Just because I want to put some real pressure on this Dialga. And if I can draw another shield here, this will be happy days for me. So I'm going to do it. Hopefully I can draw another shield. If I can't, that's fine too. But I'm really hoping to draw a second shield. Come on, second shield. And I've got the second shield, so that's absolutely fantastic. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shield this as well. So they've got both of my shields. I've got both of theirs. So it's gone the Iron Head, which is absolutely fine. So I'm going to Earthquake. And so that Earthquake is going to do a considerable amount of damage. And by considerable, I mean take it out. So happy days. So let's see. So the problem I've got is the Dialga, not Dialga, their own Snorlax in the back. So they've got a Garchomp. So that's really not good for me. So I'm going to hope to get to this Body Slam before they get to their charge move. So let's see what happens here. So this will do a reasonable... Oh, wow. So it didn't actually do much damage. So what I should have been doing here... Oh, so they've swapped in. So, yeah, that's really poor on my part there. I just didn't want the Garchomp to keep farming me up, which is what it was going to do. So now the only thing I can really do against and this is game over now. So that was really poor play on my part, because this can just keep on farming me until I, so I don't, let's see. So obviously no Protect Shields left. Let's see what it does. So running the Earthquake, which does the extra damage. So to be completely honest, I don't know why it's not just farming me down. So I'll throw the Shadow Ball this time. And so I really should have been thinking about that. So the Garchomp... so the question is... So I'm going to pull out my... Let's see what happens here. Oh, so if this is another Earthquake, I'm in all sorts of trouble. So, which I think I am, because it will be. It's been farming me for a long, long time, and so that's the Earthquake there. And I wouldn't be surprised if they switched out. Oh, and I tried to get the switch in there, but it didn't quite happen for me. Had I pulled that switch off, it would have been happy days. But that's game over. And let's be honest, they from that, oh wow, and they even beat me to the next Body Slam, which is unusual. But anyway, it is what it is. So that's game over. So leading with the Snorlax there and throwing in my own didn't work out that well. I shouldn't have double shielded the Snorlax there. Should have let the Snorlax go down a little bit earlier. Fast move farm down with the Dialga, and then had a bit of being able to throw some moves. Unfortunate, and I know that one for next time. So it's a bit of a different team makeup there, bit of a different team comp, but obviously works when you draw that draw the right matchup at the start. Running that Snorlax at the start is a good option. It does seem less and less people are running with Kyogres up the front, so this works out really well for me, and what I expect is them to swap straight into their Dialga. So I'm going to blind swap in because I don't want them to beat me with too many moves. So lucky that was the Dialga there. I don't know if I was... so I will shield this, and then I'll throw my own charge move at them. So I don't know if... Oh, and it was the Draco Meteor. So, oh wow, I didn't actually throw my own charge move, which is fine. So their attack has harshly fallen, so I'm hoping I can get them down. Yes, I can. So happy days. So I will throw the Draco Meteor, not Draco Meteor, I will throw the Iron Head straight out, and I'll see what they do. So I'm hoping I can draw a shield here, which I can't. So Draco Meteor would have been really nice there, and I've accidentally hit the second charge move to throw out a straight up another Iron Head, and that's where I would have liked to charge that up a little bit. So what are they saving there? So I'm not going to shield this. I'll let this one go. It's not going to be a superpower. It's probably going to be the Rock Slide to bait me, which it is, and that's absolutely fine. Let's see what they do.
Can I get there? I can't. So that was really, really close. Would have really liked the Draco Meteor there. So I'm going to switch out and let's see what they do. And that's absolutely fine. They can throw that and they're probably going to switch out. Let's see what they've got in the back. So I'm going to take this one out. So let's see what they have. So will they shield this? They may want to get to another Rock Slide just to put some damage on, and they don't. So what are they keeping in the back? So it is a Togekiss. So that's really not good for me. So I will... Let's see. So I don't know how I'm going to play this. So they've shielded that one up, which is fine. And I don't think I'm going to get to another one. I'm not. And so we've got one shield apiece. And I'm going to be licking like crazy. So it's going to be really interesting to see. So this is probably going to be the Ancient Power. If they get the boost, I am absolutely stuffed. So let's see. Oh, no. Oh, you are kidding me. They got the boost. So I think this is good game. Had they not got the boost, then there's a chance there. But with that boost, they're just going to monster me. I'll be able to get to the heavies, the charge moves quick. But with that boost, I've just got no chance. Look how... Oh, let's see. Yeah, so their fast moves are absolutely wrecking me. Had they not got the boost, could have been a different situation. They obviously would have got to that charge move. That's going to take me out. But it's just... And it got a double boost right at the end there, just to rub some salt into the wound. So that boost really... game over for me. So had they not got the boost, it would have been a much closer game. Would have obviously been doing a lot more damage there, and that's unfortunate. It happens. So I've got the boost in the past, and it's helped me, and that is the move. To throw, because obviously without that boost, game over. Wow, it would have been very, very close, but I still would have been able to pull that win out. So with the boost, it just obviously swaps the game on its head. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So good game there. And ended up with a 3-2 win-loss. But... happy days. So it's still positive. So 26-24, let's see how that's changed. So 26-34, so gone up 10. So happy with that one. That's quite nice there. So I think game number 4 there was I just got absolutely smashed. So running a anti-meta team that was pretty good for my team. So the only thing that was sort of any sort of consolation there was my Snorlax, but apart from that, it had pretty hard counters to my Giratina and to my, well, very hard counters to my Giratina and to my Dialga as well. So game 4, they got that beautiful lead matchup for them. So happy days and good team selection there against me. So game 4 was a bit, game 5, sorry, was a bit more frustrating because obviously we came down to the end. Had they not got that boost, different outcome, but it is what it is. Happy days. I've got the boost in the past, so and that shows you the strength of and the reason you would choose something with a boost. So that getting that boost is can be very, very nice. So it's definitely worth throwing those charge moves, and when it works, it works. So happy days. So hopefully that was interesting for someone and a little bit of a demonstration of what goes on. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.